Alright, so today's little ditty is going to be a few different little adventures around. Right now I'm walking into what's called Herman's Hole. It's a bit of a trek in. Snow is a little deeper than I actually expected it would be out here right now, to be honest. There's lots of melting going on. You hear a dog barking up there while somebody is stuck trying to drive in. I can hear the river from here, so it's probably rolling along pretty good right now. But this is going to be the start of our adventure. What do you think, dude? I know this is a bit of a struggle to get in here. So this is the one entrance in to the river. I'm actually going to go back up to where I parked and we'll go in the other side where it actually is a little closer to the lake entrance. But yeah, she's rushing along here pretty good right now. Alright, so we walked down to Lakelse River on the one side. Now we're going to follow down this branch, which if you come off the Beam Station Road, that's the Beam Station Road there. I walked down that way. Now we're going to walk down this branch. A gentleman just tried to drive in here and he did not make it. There's a lot of snow. There's a lot of snow and it's pretty sticky, pretty wet, pretty not inviting if you ask me. So it looks like he got probably about this far. Alright, I am not going to continue any farther. It's kind of... Come here, Baxter, come. We got a lot of runoff here. Judging by the tracks going in, I'm thinking this was probably a side-by-side. Or, yeah, probably a side-by-side or something on tracks and not wheels. You can kind of see the river running down there a little bit, and it's running pretty quick and fast anyways. Like, look at all these follow-up videos I get to do this summer. I get to take you into here, take you back up to the ski hill, take you back out everywhere and anywhere, it seems. Well, different seasons offer different landscapes. Yeah, so it's the same places we go back to over and over again just for that reason. So when we're going to walk back out, Baxter. Come on, dude. All right, let's go back out to the van. All right, bud, let's go. Just back at the van. That was track A. Sorry, that was track 1A and 1B. Now we're going to track number 2 on today's little ditty. Let's go. So the road we're currently on is called Beam Station, and the reason for it is right there. Is because of that beam station. That's at the end where it tees off If you go left, I believe there's a couple of cabins or something there, but you can't go through there this time of year. And if you go right the way we're going, there are a bunch of cabins, lakeside cabins here. They're kind of spotted all along the lake. Today we are going to go down. I'm just going to take you to the boat launch, and I'll show you how this all ties into what we just did. All right, so how does this all tie in to the walk we just did? Well, this is actually a boat launch, which is pretty high and underwater right now. But this ties into Lakelse Lake. The river that we just walked into, or a small portion of it, comes in to the lake over down around the bend down there. So like I said, right now there's a lot of water under here, and my feet are sinking pretty deep. And you can see the water sitting all in through here right now as well. But this should all be a gravel boat launch to get out to the lake. Called the Thunderbird Forest Service Road. I'll show you when we get back up to the van, but we can't go any further down the road. It's gated and blocked off there. There's a building of some sort. I don't know what it is. I might have a boo before I go. It looks like if it was better conditions, I could drive down this road. I don't know where it goes. I've never actually been down here. If I have, it's been many, many years ago. So right now we are over a creek, and I don't think it has anything to do with the Lakelse. I'll have to Google it and I'll let you know which one this is, but it is running pretty good right now. just have a boo here and you can see for yourself. So the weather right now is +4, and you guessed it, raining, raining, raining. Oh well, one thing you can't control is the weather. But I'll see if I can get you to trek number 5. Sorry, I'll see if I can get you to trek number 4 for today. All right, carry on, carrying on. A couple weeks ago after the last snowstorm, well, the last 2, I guess, this would have been a very popular spot for people to come out sledding, tobogganing, just good old fun. I'll upload a picture of the kids back in the day when we were tobogganing out here. You'll get a kick out of it. Not sure if you can see it. There's Lakelse Lake that we were just at on the other side. The lake is up actually quite high. This is all normally beach along here. So we just drove, we were around that point on the far, on that point over there, we were down and around. That's where the river comes in. We were at the boat launch, which is down around the corner. So we went back into town down Beam Station, came back to the highway out towards Kitimat, and we are now at the picnic site. And like I say, all this should be beach. As you can see right now, it is not. The water is very high. That should all be beach. Even where that strand of trees are out there in the water, that should all be under the, or should all be beach as well. A couple weekends ago, people were out here skating. Not a hope in hell right now. About as far as I can walk along the beach here. And now we are all underwater. Oh, I guess I could cross that log. But we all know I'm not going to. So this was a stop I was hoping I could have access to. This is the edge of the lake right in there on the other side of that gate. Sorry, on the edge of that gate over there. And this open area right here used to be what we would call Ole's. And we would actually canoe from the cabin that's around the point where the boat launch was that we went into earlier. 2 doors down from that, Ron's mom and dad used to have a partnership on a cabin on the lake, and we used to canoe from there across over to here, come into Ollie's, I don't know, grab smokes, beer, whatever we were doing at the time, and then paddle back. But unfortunately, we don't have access to that. I'm going to go down to the boat launch and see if that's open right now. Yeah, she's pretty high. There's a couple of buoys out there. There's the boat launch sign. So Ollie's was just a couple doors down this way. The picnic site is down around that way, and up way around that point on the other side is where we would have had the cabin. So we would have canoed across around that corner, across over here to Ollie's, and then all the way back to the cabin. Yeah, she's pretty high. So where we stopped at Ollie's, that was going to be number 5. So we'll combine the Ollie's and the boat launch here into one. I don't know that I have anything left on this circle tour. I think that pretty much covers all the bases for today. I'm going to take a drive to the end of the road here, see what's down there. It's been a long time since I've been out this way. This whole lake right here is just wall-to-wall cabins. They are boom, 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 boom all the way around, so there's not much lake access unless you are at the campsite, the picnic site, or you could walk in from Grouchy's. You could walk into there, great beach along there. It is a bit of a walk-in, and it's very deep snow right now. It's not even plowed. I can't even get off the road to get in there. So I'm not going to try that. Let's go to the end of the road, see where that takes us. Alright, so if my memory serves me, you can actually walk in here and get into the campsite from walking along this path, if my memory serves. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will correct me. Oh, walking path down there. But let's just have a look at how fast this water is moving right now. One thing we do have is an abundance of water. Look at it just flowing through the trees. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you for anybody who stuck around this far. I 100% appreciate it. My only goal right now is to get to 1,000 subscribers so that I can start adding links and to where all these sites are, to where the picnic site is, to where the campsite is, etc. At this point I can't until I get till then. Anyways, thank you so much for coming along with me today. I really appreciate it. Until the next one, cheers!